going to say a word today that we do not say enough in this industry, and it's practically a dirty word in the world of property sourcing. Do you want to know what that word is? Wait for it. It's hustle. I said it. Somebody call the property ombudsman immediately. Now, here's what I see constantly, and I really want you to listen to this, because if you are sat listening to me today and you're nodding your head, this particular episode is for you, because people come into property sourcing wanting the baby, but they don't want the labour pains. I'm going to say that again. People get into the world of property sourcing because they want the baby, but they don't want the labour pains. So sit with that for a second, because it is true. It's a wee bit uncomfortable, and that is exactly why I'm saying it, because you want the deal. You want the fee. You want the investor relationships. You want the 10 grand a month income numbers. You want the 6-figure salary. And you want the, oh, she works 3 hours a day from a beach in Ibiza, right? Which is fine. But nobody, and I mean nobody, gets handed that on day one. There is no version of this business, let me be clear, there is no version of this business where you can skip straight to the epidural and skip the part that you have to actually push. Ladies listening to this, who have kids, you will know what I'm talking about. Now, before you switch off thinking Danielle's going to tell us to grind ourselves into the ground, she's going to talk about hustle culture, she's going to talk about 5 a.m. cold showers, she's going to talk about sleep is for the weak. No, absolutely not, because I did all that when I was coming up and I ended up in hospital. So that is not what I am building, and it's not what I teach. This is a different kind of hustle. It's like a season. It's not a lifestyle. It's a dash of elbow grease, a wee bit of putting your back into it, a wee bit of grit for a defined period of time in service of something that actually gives you your life back after you've put in the effort. The bit that gets left out of most of the marketing in this space, mine included sometimes, if I'm honest, is that property sourcing gets sold as a get-rich-quick scheme. Now, that I do not sell. It is not that. It was never that. And anybody telling you otherwise is selling you a fairy tale, and fairy tales don't pay agents or investors or put money in your bank. What it actually is, this is property sourcing for context, is a get financially free and flexible strategy. And if you're properly hungry, and if you've got a bit of fire in your belly, it's a build wealth and legacy strategy too, which is exactly what I have done. Started off property sourcing for cash flow, for lifestyle, for freedom, for flexibility, and then went on to build wealth generation as a result. Either way, there's a dash of hustle baked into the recipe. There's absolutely no way around it, because I've looked at it. Believe me, I have looked. You know, and I'll give you mine, because I'm not sitting here recording today's podcast and asking you to do something that I haven't done myself. When I started, I was not sat waiting for deals to fall into my lap. I was out there. I was building agent relationships properly. You know, I wasn't doing drive-bys with, oh, here's my donut and nonsense. I was building actual relationships. I was on maternity leave, by the way, guys. Keep that in mind. Like, I didn't have an awful lot of time. I was bound by a child whose schedule became mine, right? Minimal sleep, constantly feeding, constantly cleaning up, constantly washing, constant. But I did have a season of hustle in me as well. It wasn't forever, but it was real. And it's the reason that I went on to raise the investor finance that I've raised. It's the reason that I've built the portfolio that I've been able to build. It's the reason why I was able to create a 6 and now multi-6-figure cash flow freedom lifestyle based sourcing business. But nobody put the hustle on the highlight reel. Now, that's what we see these days on Instagram and on Facebook. We see the highlight reel. So if you're a few weeks or a few months into property sourcing and you're tired and you're wondering why nobody warned you it would take a little bit of effort, a little bit of this is joke's on you, because you should have known. But equally, you're not doing it wrong. You're doing it right. But being tired is not a sign to quit. It's a sign that you are, in fact, in labour. And the labour does have an end point. That's the whole point. That's the whole thing that people miss. They think that the grind is the destination. It's not. You put in a little bit of grind, you put in a little bit of hustle up front, and then it pays off continuously. So the people who are quitting are usually the ones that thought that it didn't involve any hustle. It's a phase. Go through the phase, put the work in properly, put it in up front, be focused. And then when you've put in the hustle up front and you've paid your dues up front, what I can categorically tell you is that the freedom that you're looking for, the flexibility that you're looking for, the being financially independent and free from a corporate job and not having the golden handcuffs, well, all of that is on the other side of you sprinkling a little bit of hustle in at the start. I can tell you now, I am living proof of this. And so are many of the people that I mentor. So if you're listening to this podcast episode today and you're thinking, all right, Danielle, I can hear you. I feel like you're talking to me. I'm ready to put the graft in. I just need somebody to show me how and where to put it. Well, then pay close attention, because that is exactly what I have built on the 12th of September. I am running a live in-person full-day bootcamp here in Belfast. It's called Replace Your Salary, the complete roadmap to your first £100,000 in property. It's one day. It's at the 5-star Merchant Hotel. It's me in a room walking you through exactly how this entire process works. It's no fluff, it's no get rich quick. It's just the real framework straight from the horse's mouth of someone who built that 6-figure sourcing business on maternity, left the corporate job, went on to build the portfolio, has the freedom and flexibility at the other side. And I'm going to show you how to get your first proper deal and beyond. We've got general admission tickets available, and we have a small handful of VIP tickets left. To be perfectly honest, most of those went privately. So if you want the VIP and you think that is your thing, do not sit on this. You need to act on this pretty quickly. Tickets and all the details are in the show notes down below. Okay, so if you check down below, the show notes are there. Or if you'd rather just message me directly, send me a DM on Instagram. I am Danielle Property, and I'll sort you out personally. So that's it for now. A little bit of hustle, a dash of grit. It's not forever. It's just for now. It's just enough to get you through the door to the life that you actually want, and remember why you started this. I will see some of you in Belfast on the 12th of September. Until then, go and put a wee bit of elbow grease in.